Namaskar and welcome to the next episode of India Bounce Back. I again want to thank each of my viewer for showing so much of love, and I'm really happy to see the kind of response India Bounce Back is getting, and it is giving me and my team a different amount of motivation to do more and to do better. Today, it's a time to meet a beautiful and a wonderful human being, and she is going to give us a different perspective about a very beautiful industry called the beauty industry. Let me just introduce her, uh, the formal introduction. So today, I have, it's an honor and privilege that we have the very renowned celebrity makeup artist Supriti Batraji with us. She lives with an open mind and heart and sees beauty in everyone. She believes that looking good starts with feeling good. She was born and brought up in Delhi and did her schooling from Air Force Bal Bharati School and her graduation from Delhi University. In 2001, she finished after doing her MBA in Information and Technology. She joined the corporate world with GE. Post this, she has worked with various corporate giants like British Airways, Sita Aeronautics, etc. But it was her passion that drove her to leave the plushy, cushy job and follow her dream of being in the beauty industry. She's an internationally certified makeup artist and grooming expert since 2011. She's trained with Tamanna Roshan, USA, and Wall Garland, London, world's top makeup artist who does makeup for celebs like Kate Moss, Lady Gaga, Adele, to name a few. Supriti is a bridal makeup specialist and has handled several independent projects for various celebrities and eminent personalities like Bollywood singer Akriti Kakkar, Mahima Chaudhary, Daler Mehendi, Neha Chauhan, etc. She believes in creating definite differential where bride makeup is concerned by customizing makeup techniques, products, and style for every individual bride. She has worked with brands like Satyapal, Intel, Quality Walls, Kohinoor Food, Amway, Latin, Trendy Diva, etc. And he is also, she is also a you know living her different passion where she is doing a lot of ramp walks, photo shoots, photo shows, corporate workshops, and other media shows. She is also a guest faculty at Pearl Academy for Grooming and Makeup. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the lady, a celebrity makeup artist who is going to give us a lot of insight about this complete industry and her journey from a plushy corporate life to a beauty expert. Supriti ji, welcome you on India Bounce Back.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anshul Dhingra, for having me over here. And it's an honor and a privilege to be part of an India bounce back. And I think you nailed the terminology also. India will bounce back. And thank you for that kind words of introduction for me. I am very little beyond this. And thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you, Supriti ji. Thank you. It's an honor. Now, uh, what I read just now was a professional introduction. Okay, what many people will know about you. I want to know from you, in your own words, the story behind the celebrity artist, the celebrity makeup artist Supriti Batra. How you will recite your own story? How will you share your own story in your own words? Your journey of struggles, your journey of corporate life, and how you end up pursuing your passion.
And so, like all people, I did my schooling, my graduation, my MBA. The journey for us mostly is the same, and then getting into the normal rut of the corporate world and bringing success there, doing various facets in the corporate world, from training to customer service to marketing and business development and all of that. But sometimes you sit back and think that, is this really your calling? Is this really what you want to do? And honestly, I was doing pretty well in my corporate career, and there was nothing that I had to leave it for my child or for the lack of interest. But yes, there's one thing that you always think that You want to do what you want to do and not what you have been doing or you've been trained to do. So I think my calling and my passion was makeup. And I remember, when I was in school, I used to do a lot of makeups and a lot of hairstyles and haircuts for my friends without any formal training. And I very distinctly remember this, Anshul, in 1994 when Aishwarya Rai was crowned the Miss World. She had
Yes.
a very interesting hairdo on which her crown was placed. And at that age, I think, in grade 11 or something around at that time. I replicated that hairstyle for my prom night for my friends. And
Wow.
they were stunned. They were like, "How did you do this?" I said, "I don't know. I just look at a hairstyle probably, or, look at a beauty image, and I think I can recreate it." So I used to do a lot of makeups back then when we didn't even have products enough, so as to say back then. Now you have a plethora of products and brands available, and I could recreate certain looks or would recreate certain hairstyles, give haircuts to my friends, and they were
Wow.
stunned. How could you do this? And I think it was just inborn in me, but you generally don't, consider this to be an industry that you can be in and make a career out of. So, like a regular girl, I did my
I got it.
MBA and, did my corporate and everything like that. And in the year 2011 is when I met a very good friend of mine who's in Bombay. She's a makeup artist. And for my work, I used to travel a lot to Bombay because of client meetings. I would meet her every time. And one day I was with her and I just said, "Can I just try, doing makeup with your products and your brushes and everything?" Because it always intrigued me as a child.
Hmm.
So she said, "Yes, why not?" And that's when I did her makeup using her products with no formal training. And she was stunned, and she used to work with MAC, and MAC is a big brand of the makeup industry. She
Yes.
was stunned, and she said, "You have such a wonderful hand. Why don't you try this?" I said, "Are you crazy? I am very well placed in my organization. I have a very good pay packet. I travel the world. I do everything. Why would I leave all this and, get into makeup?"
Hmm.
But yes, that's the day when I thought, yes, I do have this and I can try this. And that's where my turning point was.
Wonderful, wonderful. And now already you have, it's not about just when me and my team was doing that research, we saw that not only in your corporate uh, journey, you have created a lot of accomplishments, acknowledgements for yourself in this field. So I really appreciate you for all that accomplishment. So my next question, uh, although there was a motivation by a friend,
Hmm.
correct, that could be one part of the story. uh, my viewers will want to know. So there always, I also believe, people believe that there always needs to be a very very strong reason,
Hmm.
and a lot of confidence, because when you talk something like this, people around you who are your near and dear ones generally don't accept it very in a very humble or a normal way, that you're doing something like this, leaving your lifestyle in a corporate world and then coming into and starting an entrepreneur journey. uh, so I believe there needs to be a strong reason and confidence to accept your inner calling. I want you to tell my viewer how this transition, or rather what was driving you, what was the driving force that was driving you at that time, and how you managed to convince people around you.
To be very honest, Anshul, when I got this little kick from my friend, I didn't think about it very seriously for a very long time. And each time I would go back to Bombay, she would push me. And then, what I thought, there's no harm. And secretly, I started my makeup journey while I was in the job.
Oh,
So this,
secretly.
yes. So I created a Facebook page. I bought some makeup products with the help of my friend. I
Uh,
said, let me just give my hands on to it. And a few friends came over for a makeover. I did it for them. and things would start rolling. And believe you me, I had to block all my colleagues from Facebook so that they wouldn't see what I was doing behind in the evenings. And the biggest turning point, while I was doing both my job and my makeup journey, was the first bride that I got
Oh God.
without formal
Wow.
training, without having any education or technique training over in makeup. I got my first bride. And that's when I realized, if somebody is putting that bit of confidence in me and booking me for a bridal, because that's the big D day for any woman in her life.
Yes. Yes.
So I said, yes, this is what I need to do. And believe you me, Anshul, I had great support from my family and my friends. They were my, pillars of strength. And they said, go ahead and do it. Leave your job. But then, you have this thing that you have a certain, pay packet coming, and this is going to be a completely different area.
Hmm.
Will you be earning enough? Will you be not earning enough? Will it be satisfying as a journey? But yes, that bridal contract, and she's a friend for life now because she was my first bride.
Yes.
And, I said, no, I think it's time now that I take that plunge and be strong and take it forward from here. Because yes, people are liking my work. And if they are investing their, support and their
Faith.
strength in me, I think that's it. That was
Wonderful.
my biggest calling.
Wonderful. I think that actually requires a lot of courage and guts. So clap for you
Thank you.
and for your decision. I think that's wonderful. While my team was doing a research on your profile, we were really impressed to see your certification, accolades, your awards. I want you to tell my viewers, what what do you believe your top 5 qualities which has created uh, a niche for you in this competitive world,
Mhm.
even when you were having a previously successful career and then starting a new entrepreneurial journey and creating so much of accolades and appreciation and certification for yourself. What are those top 5 distinguishing qualities you were able to acquire, or which helped you in becoming the expert of your field?
I think the first and the foremost would be to be very focused. So when I left my corporate and I joined this industry, I had to be very, very focused on what I want to be, where I want to be, because even in the makeup and the beauty industry, you have so many verticals around you.
True.
And so I had to be very focused on what my niche is going to be. And eventually I, with a lot of work and all, I built it up to be the bridal sector. That is one of my biggest niche. The other thing was perseverance. Yes, there were moments, there were times when you would feel that, have I made the right decision? There were months where there was no money coming in because there were no business. So, you had to really pull through yourself. The third thing was faith. So I had faith in my own self, faith in my work. And I knew that, with focus, hard work, it is going to pull me through. And as you can see, yes, it did pull me through. The other thing I never forget, even till now, Anshul, is learning. I think that never stops. So I try and acquire whatever skills I can. It's not only the makeup skills, how to run a business, how to manage finances, how to do your own marketing. There's so many things when you get into an entrepreneurial journey. It's not just the skill that you're looking at. There is a whole lot of other things. Building up a team. Teamwork is also another very important thing that I
True.
learned through my journey. So these were like 4, 5 things that I could think of that, yes, these are my core pillars. So you do need to be focused. You need to be, perseverant. You can't just give up. You have to have faith in yourself that yes, what you're doing is right, and build a good team and never stop learning. So that's my mantra, that you have to do all of this to be where you are and where you want to.
Wonderful. And one personal question which coming up. So when I was looking at all that, now I can see you getting an award from a celebrity gives you a goosebump or a motivation. But when you do a makeup or for a celebrity, I think
Mhm.
sometime it's like you become a little more conscious, because I want you to just give me a little about that memory of the first celebrity makeup which you have done, and were you nervous, and how actually any memory related to that.
Yes, I certainly remember. It was Mahima Chaudhary was my
Oh
first,
wow. Oh, celebrity
and
maybe फिर वो big celebrity हो
हाँ,
गए.
मतलब, and I was, shivering, literally shivering. My hands were cold. I was numb, and she was such a sweetheart, so down to earth and so humble. She said, "Just chill. It's okay. It's relax. कुछ भी मत कर, ज्यादा टेंशन मत ले, बस इसको इसको ऐसे ऐसे कर दे, इसको इसको ऐसे ऐसे." She was guiding me through what she wanted as a look, because it was a awards and a beauty pageant, and she was to be on the stage and everything. So she was so cool that my hands which were shaking, my hands which were getting numb, she really made me comfortable. तो वो जो था ना कि oh my god, she's Mahima Chaudhary, and I am, going to
Hmm.
be doing it on her.
Yeah.
So it was like really a very, very, very nervous moment. But then by the end of it, it was so good. And you won't believe it, I was part of the whole program then. And she made me sit with her. She said, "Don't leave me, just be with me." And she was chatting away to glory with me like she was one of my best friends around.
Wow.
So amazing experience. It was my first celeb experience, was very, very good. And after that, things were much easier for me, and I realized that end of the day they are human beings.
True. 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 True.
Anybody, you come across with a good smile and a good positive attitude would just respond back the same way to you.
Yes. 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 No, that's really true. Uh, some because I why I asked this question, because in every entrepreneurial journey there is always a time when there is an opportunity, because
Mm.
this is a kind of an opportunity, be it through fame, be it through when you are doing for a celebrity, it's something is a hit for or the kind of work we are doing. And every entrepreneur gets one kind of this opportunity, where this is where he's trying to address an opportunity while he is nervous, and that's
Yes.
that's the breaking point. If he's able to do it, then it becomes a normal life. Wonderful. Now, one a little serious question, but I think I have heard your interviews. There is a lot of discussion across the nation on the aspect of women empowerment. अभी
Mm.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी आत्मनिर्भर भारत के ऊपर बहुत पीछे
Right.
बल दिया है, and he is trying to promote that. I also heard you saying in one of your speech, and where you were able to, you were very, very, very well able to relate the makeup with the confidence in women.
Mm.
I would like you to elaborate on this for my viewers, because today I feel uh, working women's there is a lot of uh, uh, confidence. Sometimes I think I as a personal experience, I have felt that there are times where women feel a little less confident, and
Mm.
I don't want to just give my words. I want you to elaborate how you were able to correlate the makeup with the confidence of the women.
Anshul, what I believe, like you also read in my introduction, is that when you're feeling good and you're looking good, you really exuberate a lot of confidence. आपको कितना अच्छा लगता है, when somebody comes and comments, "Oh, you're looking lovely today." Your confidence, your smile, your attitude, your stance changes immediately. Oh yes, you get really confident the moment somebody compliments you that, "Oh, you're looking really great today."
Mm.
So to get that compliment, you need to look good, and to need to look good and build that confidence within you, you need to do a little bit of makeup, because today women are going and meeting tons of people at different levels. They are representing themselves, they are representing the organizations that they're working for, they are representing the brands they are working for, they are representing a complete 50% of the population, women.
True, true,
So
very true.
when you are going out and representing yourself, you are talking to people, you're meeting people, you have to have that inner confidence. And I think confidence comes from the subject that you know very well, so
True.
you can talk at length. And the second thing is that when you are looking good, that just adds a little edge. And also, I have seen, Anshul, when people see you, they have a perception before you open your mouth and you start
True.
talking.
Very
It's
true.
the first impression. So when you are well dressed, well groomed, well done, a little bit of makeup, I think people start taking you and viewing you in a different platform. That in itself is a lot of acceptance from the person you're talking towards. So I think that little piece, sometimes women forget that, that is important. But yes, a lot of women have started realizing that yes, doing and grooming and, you know, being well dressed is equally important to be the right icebreaker at the right point.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So I think that's a wonderful insight. Uh, so all the grooming tips, if you want, my viewers, you can log on to Suprati Batra website page, join her, and I think get in touch with her for more insight. I think when you say all these things, that makes a little more sense, because you coming from the same industry, understanding how a woman needs to represent herself is very
Absolutely.
important. I think even as a man, as everybody needs to, today in an environment, I think, as we also learn in communication, Albert Marabian said that 55% is body language out of 100%, 7% words, and 38% tone. So everything has a representation, has a very strong value. So moving to the next phase, it's a next part of the interview, and I want to make it a little more interesting. Okay,
Okay.
so it's a rapid fire round,
Oh my
and so be
God,
ready.
coming with current rapid fire round.
Yeah. So
Where's my hamper?
I will just send it to you through Amazon. Okay. So now it's a rapid fire round, and I will speak one word. What is that
Okay.
first word or sentence comes in your mind? Uh,
Okay.
just say that.
Hmm.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So my first word goes Air Force Bal Bharti School, Delhi.
My grooming ground.
Your grooming ground. Yes. The school. Women of India.
Strength and power.
Wow. Family.
My life.
Great. Suprati Batra studio.
Oh, that's a good one. My passion.
Your passion. Wow,
Yeah.
good. I took your tagline, clean and modern makeup. So when somebody says this, what comes in your mind apart from you?
My philosophy.
Wow. Now a little serious. COVID.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Great.
Yes. It's a
About
life learning. This too shall pass.
yes. About this initiative, India Bounce Back.
I think brilliant, and India will bounce back with a big bang.
Wow, great. Thank you so much for wonderful and lovely responses. Now moving towards uh, a journey which we all covered in last 120 plus days. This was something which many of us never imagined.
Right.
Most of us have seen this first time, encountered. For some it's an opportunity, for some the life is miserable right now. I think all of us can see the economic condition, the other across the globe. So the
Correct.
world has come to a standstill at many places, at many aspects, but yes, it's still moving. And so I want to know uh, from you, what impact last 120 days has created in your work and in overall uh,
Mhm.
the industry, because you have friends in the same industry, in the beauty industry, if I
Right.
ask you.
Right.
So what impact it had on you, your business, and in the complete industry? How will you summarize that?
Anshul, I think in the last 120 days, yes, business saw a huge dip. There were a lot of work that was to be done around March and April. There were a lot of weddings lined up, March, April, May, and June, in fact. And for those 4 months, everything just came to a standstill. Businesses were absolutely run down. The beauty industry was hit equally badly like all the other industries. And also, we in the industry realize that there has to be a shift that has to be done. There is something that we have to move beyond and think beyond now. So like the latest trend, is online. Everything is online now.
Yes.
Your meetings are happening online. Everything is online. So two very important things that went online were our trainings. So we started conducting classes online. There were students who were willing to learn online, and so on and so forth. Even though there is a lot of hands-on practice that one needs in our industry,
Yes. Yes.
but still people were willing to explore that. The other thing that went online was bridals. You won't
Oh,
believe it, Anshul. There were I did one bride where I assisted her on phone on a video call how to do her own bridal makeup.
oh wow, that's
Even virtual bridal makeup went online because people were not ready to have unknown people coming in, and
true, true, true,
of
true, true, true.
secure
Safety
reasons.
and
We
safety
all know
reasons,
safety
yes.
reasons. So even that piece went a bit online for a while. Now that things have started moving in the different directions, different. But yes, we also saw the industry move from a complete one-to-one person, in reality person, move to an online platform. So I think it was a huge learning for the industry, a huge change for the industry, which was very well adapted by the industry as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. But I think the doing a bridal online. I think that's
That's
something
that's
I'm really
one of the
curious to see from
experience.
my eyes. Oh my god. Yes, but I think this is a part of a new normal, and we need to
Absolutely.
adapt and understand. Good.
Right.
Uh, Now, being an expert, being so influential in your own industry, you've been working, so I have seen your work for quite some time now. I want you to give, what if I ask you, what will be your top 3 or 5 advices for the people of the beauty industry in the same profession, uh, based on your experience, your understanding about the industry, to survive, revive, and thrive
I
post
think
pandemic?
I think the same philosophy that I worked on, be focused. If you lose your focus, because I know you can get 20 different reasons to say ki ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, aise ho gaya, my life turned, this happened, that incident happened, and you can lose your focus very easily. So being focused is one thing that is very, very important. It's always good to take a break, which is fine. If you want to just go slow, that also is your focus.
True,
Okay.
true.
So you're choosing to go slow, which is fine. You just want to take a vacation and you want to go slow, it's absolutely fine. But don't lose that prime focus that you have of why you did this and why you started your entrepreneurial journey. The second thing is, like I always say, keep learning. Maybe this was the time that was given to all of us to sit back and think and relearn, redo, and re-evaluate our own selves. So learning in any form, any aspect, I think is very, very important. So
True.
never lose your focus and keep learning throughout your life, because that is what is going to change your game. And the third thing is, be patient. There is going to be times when you will feel that this is just not what I want to do. This is not my calling. Have your faith. Things will change and you will bounce back. Like India will bounce back, you too will bounce back. So just keep yourself focused on what you want to do. That's
Wonderful.
very important.
That was really precise and insightful. Thank you so much. Now, a very simple question, but you have already given answer multiple times. But as a part of format, I will surely ask: are you
Sure.
confident that India will bounce back?
Absolutely. I think the Make in India, the initiatives by the government, and the entire world focus changing from China to India into manufacturing and all of these areas is going to really make a lot of difference. The economy is going to bounce back. India is going to bounce back. We have the capability, we have the talent, we have the skills. We just have to take this opportunity and do the right actions to get bounce backs. That is absolutely important for us as India to focus on what our core strengths are. We do have the skills, we do have the capabilities, we just
Wonderful.
need the right direction. And I think Modi ji is doing a lot to uplift and make in India and woman entrepreneurs. So all of these, the Startup India projects, there's so many things that are running. And I think if we just focus on these and work in the right direction with the right guidance, definitely India is going to bounce back.
Wonderful. Uh, Now, coming to my second last question. Uh, your top three, or what top three changes uh, as a viewer we can expect in the beauty industry? Like ones you said. Why I asked this question, because it suddenly came, the way you said it's doing an online, a virtual bridal.
Yes.
Now, what top three, four suggestions you want to give to the viewers regarding, or they can expect to see a change in the beauty industry?
So like I said, the new normal will become probably more online stuff.
Yes.
There is a lot of e-com happening, so there's a lot of opportunity opening in your e-com, even in the service sector, along with your product line sector. So if somebody wants to really make good use of the time in the e-com boom, you can even launch your own product line. You can just probably become a distributor or something like that, and put everything on e-platform versus going the normal distribution way, which is far more complicated, far more difficult to handle and to be put into place. So the e-platform, the e-learning platform will grow even further. And the good part about the e-learning platform, I think, Anshul, is going to be that it'll break the boundary barrier.
True.
Even a
True.
student sitting way in Sydney or in the US or any part of the world can be part of your session. I think that's a great opportunity, and I think that will become a new normal for all of us,
Yes.
as
Yes.
educators in the industry.
True.
So yes, things where you think that, oh God, I'm not getting students over here, you can explore the entire world now, because
Very good.
people are ready to do online sessions. And with the virtual brides, I think there is no end to do bridals. You don't
True.
need to physically
True.
fly.
True. True.
So
True.
yes, there's going to be a
Uh,
very good sea change in the way the industry is and is going to grow from here. And we all know it's a multi-billion trillion dollar industry. The cosmetic
True.
industry, the
True.
beauty
True.
industry is one of the fastest growing industries at the moment. So it's just the right time and the right opportunity that you can strike your chord over here in the industry.
True, true, true. And with your inputs, and when I was discussing it with other people in different sectors, same. I think what one thing is common is, now with this disruption, we are able to see a different picture.
Correct.
Today you can sit and guide 5 bridal sitting at your home, which we were not thinking, because we were trying to operate from a traditional mindset earlier. और लोगों को भी acceptance नहीं था कि शायद ऐसा हो सकता है. But this crisis has created this kind of an opportunity, and I think the way you are saying, the way you are focusing again, you're still. I'm very sure that you are going to create a mark in this field as well. Wonderful. Now, my last question: how do you see the new normal for India, and what role do you believe as an individual, as an expert of your own industry, you're going to play?
I think the new normal, like I said, is going to be a lot of online.
Yes.
And the new normal is going to be a lot of safety, health. People have started, realizing the importance of safety and health and personal care. And a lot of new normal is also about your own mental health and care.
True.
All these 4-5 months that we've all gone through have really put in a lot of emphasis on your personal health, your mental health, your family. People have started becoming, I believe, People have started becoming more compassionate. People are, that's a new normal. We have been running. We have just been running in the long race of life. And this point of 120 days has put us to a point where we look back and think that what is the real us,
True.
and
True.
that is going to be a new normal. And personally, I think I have evolved as a person in these 120 days. It has really put me through a lot of thinking, learning, and all of it. And my contribution is going to be in a lot of development area, in education area for women.
Wow.
So I
Good.
am going to try and focus a lot of my energies in educating and empowering and helping women to, in whatever way and format, not only my makeup learning, in whatever way and format we can, so that yes, we all bounce back and India bounces back.
Wow, thank you so much, and to live up with the spirit to, repeat again and again, because an information repeated multiple times create a belief system, and if all of us will repeat it, that we will bounce back. We will surely bounce back, and no one can stop it. Thank you, Supriti ji, so much for taking out time. The complete information was really insightful, full of experience, new insight for people, new thought process, and I think people will really take a lot of understanding and value from this conversation. Thank you so much again for taking out time, and India will surely bounce back. We will witness it again, and I will be with you, and I will call you and take another interview when India will be back and we all will be again shining and happy. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Anshul, for having me over and making me talk my 2 cents about the industry and about the world. And I think you are doing a wonderful job, and pushing people to bounce back. And yes, if we all believe and if we all work towards it, yes, India will bounce back. And I'm totally with you on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, viewers. And for all your comments and suggestions, don't forget to write down. If you really would like to ask any specific question to Supriti ji also, please write down, and stay tuned for the next episode with another eminent personality of India Bounce Back. Signing off, your host, Dr. Anshul Dhingra. Thank you.
Thank you.